Hello everybody, welcome back to a new fashion news video for May. This is just my favourite way to talk about the latest fashion news stories that I find interesting in the hopes that you find them interesting too. Before we get stuck in though, if you are brand new, you've never seen my face before, please do hit the subscribe button. It would be incredible to have you back. First things first though, I have a really big thing to tell you about. First up, it is the first news story of this video and it's a very personal one. Tomorrow is the launch day of my Holland Cooper collection. I'm currently wearing the Chelsea dress in the anniversary pink shade. I must admit I've worn this a number of times since I was able to bring it home. I am just out of my mind excited for the launch of this collection. It is my first foray into launching a line of clothing. Myself and the Holland Cooper team have worked so hard on this collaboration and I'm just genuinely so proud of it. There are 4 pieces available. The prices range between £500 and £600 depending on the piece. We have 2 blazers available, a camel and an anniversary pink shade, as well as the Chelsea dress in anniversary pink and another Chelsea dress in a beautiful peach boucle fabric, which we have named the Victoria fabric. They launch tomorrow, Friday 28th of May, and I can't explain my excitement. Thank you so much for the support so far from all of you. The messages and comments that I've had so far have been overwhelming, and I really hope that if you are thinking of picking up a piece, I really hope that you do manage to get one. The pieces are quite limited. We're not doing a huge run, mainly for sustainability reasons and also because the price of manufacture and the price of the garments is of a premium quality. Like, this isn't a fast fashion line where we can do, you know, in the thousands. So yeah, I would definitely make sure you are on the wait list. I'll leave a link down below for the wait list. You can enter your size and your email address and you will be alerted first when they go online. My audience specifically get a short time slot in which they can order before everyone else is allowed to order who is a general Holland Cooper customer but not necessarily one of my audience. So this is a great little time slot for you guys only. So gosh, yeah, I'm just I'm apprehensive, I'm nervous, but I'm also so excited. And hopefully this is a huge success and we can only bring out more collections and more pieces in the future. So yeah, I cannot wait. Talking of collaborations, RIXO has just collaborated with Target. I feel like I've mentioned RIXO a number of times recently. I feel like they've done quite a few different things recently. They launched their beautiful wedding and bridesmaid collection and now they are launching into Target with a collection that actually looks pretty much like their main line. If you are a RIXO fan in the US and you're able to get to a Target, this could be a great way to invest in RIXO. The prices seem to be between $40 and $60, which is unbelievable, seeing as the usual RIXO dress in the UK is about $250 to £400. So what's that? $325 plus. So honestly, if I lived near a Target, I would be getting right down there to pick up some things. I remember years ago when Victoria Beckham did her Target collection, I managed to get my best friend Rebecca to go to Target and pick up a few pieces for me from that collection, which I absolutely loved. In fact, I'm not sure if I've actually got those on my my Vestiaire collective profile now. After I kept them for about 6 years, I wore them, I loved them, and then after 6 years I was like, they're not quite me anymore. And I think they might be on my Vestiaire. I'm not sure, they may have already sold. But yeah, this is a great way to get your hands on RIXO. And they also do a really extensive sizing range from extra small to, I believe, 4XL. So it's a really extensive range of sizes and a really fantastic price point. So I definitely recommend getting yourself to a Target, guys. One story I want to mention is something that I didn't realise happened back in February. So I think I must have been living under a rock, which is weird seeing as I did film a February news video and this wasn't in it. However, over a meeting last week, we got talking about this and I was like, what? I didn't know that ASOS had bought TOPSHOP. and Miss Selfridge. How did I miss this? So just in case, this is extremely interesting news to me because I just always remember years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I think I've mentioned it before, I remember Philip Green specifically saying, I will not put my clothing anywhere near ASOS. They're not having it, they're not going to be able to buy it. I don't want to be stocked on ASOS, and it was kind of this big thing. And now, unfortunately, with the way that the Arcadia Group has gone into administration, Topshop and Miss Selfridge have been sold to ASOS. But I literally got talking about this over dinner because the enormous Topshop store on Oxford Street apparently is being turned into an IKEA, which I'm actually quite excited about. Having an IKEA in a city centre is rather fabulous. I could definitely get lost in there for hours, but I just had no idea. So if you too were living under a rock in February, this is extremely interesting news. So it bought Topshop as well as Miss Selfridge for 330 million. However, at the moment, obviously ASOS is a pure play retailer. They have no intention of buying out the stores and utilising the stores for anything. Completely against their usual strategy. So of course a huge number of jobs were lost. I think about 2,500 retail jobs. It just really is amazing to me. Like Topshop, I remember buying Topshop back when I was 14, 15 in Wigan town centre. So excited about the fact they'd opened a little Topshop in Wigan. And yeah, it kind of opened this new world of modern fashion to me back when I was like a really young person. And now obviously 15 years later, the fact that this has happened is just really quite sad and a bit of a sign of the high street. It just worries me, like, is this a sign of what is to come for a lot of high street retailers who don't have a really fantastic online presence? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Also, very sorry I'm so late to the game telling you about this, but I did think it was super interesting in case you'd also missed that this happened, although I'm sure you're all ahead of the game on that one. Ooh, one thing I saw earlier is that New York Fashion Week apparently is happening this year in September, and genuinely it got me really excited. The idea of being able to attend New York Fashion Week just made, I don't know, it just gives me this really great feeling of like getting back to normal. It just makes me feel like I can be back on my fashion game again. Even if me and Alex don't end up getting over to New York, I don't know what it's going to be like in September in terms of flights and whether it's going to be possible. But if it is possible, it's something I would maybe love to do. It means I could also then fly from New York to Chicago and finally see Rebecca after 2 years. So honestly, that's something that I am kind of praying can happen because I miss my best friend. But to go to New York Fashion Week again would be fantastic. A number of brands have already said that they're going to be taking part. Redate, Tom Brown, Tom Ford, Proenza Schooler. I mean, my favourite brands that I always used to go to New York for were Self Portrait, Jonathan Simkai, Zimmerman. So hopefully a few more brands will also get thrown into the mix, and if so, I will definitely try and get over there. I would just love to create some more fashionable content for you in New York at the shows again. Let me know, would you guys be interested in that sort of content again? If I could get over to New York and bring you some like fashion news straight from the catwalks, would that interest you? Do you want to see blog posts again? Do you want to see me on the streets of New York looking fabulous in a new outfit? Please let me know what you think. Like, if you're into that, I will definitely try harder to try and get over there. But let's see what happens in terms of flights and whether I'm able to even get over to America for work. Let's just see, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Now, another thing I'd really like to get your thoughts on actually is a more controversial piece. And for this, I really want to get a bit of a discussion going because I'm genuinely interested in your opinions on this. So a few days ago was the Billboard Music Awards, and Priyanka Chopra turned up looking absolutely phenomenal. She looked just sensational. She is probably one of the biggest celebrities right now. She's constantly styled to utter perfection. She looks beautiful. I feel like my feeds, magazines, everywhere has been kind of cover to cover Priyanka, and rightly so. However, there has been controversy around what she was wearing to the event. So she was wearing a really sheer gold high slit dress from Dolce & Gabbana that she was styled in by her stylist, Law Roach. I think he's been her stylist for a long time now, and he's such a well-known celebrity stylist. However, there's just been huge controversy about the fact that he's dressed her in Dolce & Gabbana. And I just wanted to get your feelings on this because it's been quite a while now since the kind of news broke about the alleged stories of racist comments, homophobic comments, sexist comments, and also messages and comments left on celebrity pages. This is all things that I have read online and seen online. And since then, I must admit, I haven't bought anything else from Dolce & Gabbana. But yeah, the controversy online was quite huge. There's a number of articles all about this. The comments on Priyanka's page, there were quite a lot of comments that were just like, why are you wearing Dolce & Gabbana still with all the controversies? So I'm just interested in how you guys feel about the brand. Are you interested in wearing Dolce & Gabbana? Are you unsure related to things that we've seen in the press in recent years? Because like I said, I've kind of steered clear myself, because if the allegations are true, then it's not a brand that I want to associate with in any way. You can see how lightly I'm treading with this one, but I'd love to get your discussion on it because I thought it was really interesting seeing those comments come up over the weekend. Oh gosh, anything like controversial and it just makes me feel a bit sweaty. Oh gosh, I feel well awkward. Anyway, moving on to things that aren't so controversial. One really cool launch recently was the Ralph Lauren and Major League Baseball collections that came out. If anyone knows where you can get your hands on one of those Cubs jackets in the blue, please let me know. Alex would desperately love one. Alex has become the biggest Ralph Lauren RRL fan. If any of you ladies have husbands who love that very kind of rugged, how do I say this? Just more kind of rugged guy who's kind of tattooed, beard, you know, but just loves to dress themselves in this very like masculine style, like really fashionable masculine style. I don't know, I've still got my hand on my hip. Like this, ta-da! Yeah, then your husband, partner would probably love RRL. I mean, it's like gold dust, they don't make many pieces, but Alex is a little bit obsessed with it. So he's constantly looking at Ralph Lauren, and anyway, they've just released this collection, and it was like gold dust, trying to get hold of one of those jackets. However, if you have kids, and they're into baseball, if they're into Ralph Lauren, you can still get loads of sizes in those, you just can't get hold of the adult sizes. But it's a really cool collaboration, nonetheless. Okay, the next one is super duper cute actually. Self Portrait has just launched a kids collection, and they've even also launched an Instagram to go alongside it, at Self Portrait Kids. If I had a child, this is absolutely what I would be dressing her in. Let's make that clear. These are, I mean, you know how much I love Self Portrait anyway. I wear so many of their pieces. It's probably become a bit of a running joke at this point because the amount I've had in my collection at different points and the amount I have right now is a little bit crazy, but it's just my kind of style to a T. Like the craftsmanship, the materials and fabrics, the uniqueness of the styles, and the very feminine, playful styling. It's just very much my kind of thing. And they have literally emulated that into a kids collection, and it's just beautiful. It's just constant rain at the moment. This is the only downside of Velux windows. Yeah, the most beautiful little dresses and laces and tulle and beautiful little pussy bows and gorgeous colours and pastels, and oh, it's just stunning. It's just like little flower girls. I mean, do you know what? It'd be perfect if you have like a little flower girl for your wedding. Amazing. But just for little girls in general, just for like playful weekend attire, it is stunning, and I think this is an amazing move for Self Portrait actually. So congrats again to the team. Okay, next news story. It would seem that this month is kind of like collaboration month, because the next story is about Rosie Huntington-Whiteley launching her new footwear collection, her debut footwear collection with Gia Couture Friends. So this is an Italian brand who make beautiful shoes, and they've collaborated with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley on her 9-piece collection. I would absolutely wear every single one of these pieces. There are 4 different shoe styles, each one comes in 2 different colorways, and then there's also like an ankle bracelet in there as well. So there are 9 products in total. I think you can buy them online at Gia Couture, but also via Intermix, I think, as well. The prices seem to be around the kind of €450 to €500 mark. It feels very Rosie. Like Rosie's well known for wearing her Bottegas and that kind of style all the time, and this feels like a very fresh new take on the kind of Bottega shoe meets ancient Greek sandals meets this new modern Dior and Chanel kind of sandals, very flat and kind of flat leather-based sandal style meets Bottega. So it just feels like a lovely collection of Rosie's favourite shoe silhouettes, I guess. So a really exciting new collaboration. I must admit I'm quite eager to get my hands on maybe one pair of them, just because I'm actually a massive Rosie fan. I think she's a really wonderful lady. She's such an icon and she's genuinely a lovely person as well. So I'm quite excited for her and this collaboration. So I'll leave links down below if you want to go and have a little peek anyway. Last but certainly not least, there is a huge collaboration happening between Hollister and Charli and Dixie D'Amelio. For any of you who aren't on TikTok, the sisters are some of the biggest creators on the platform. I'm pretty sure that Charli D'Amelio still is the biggest content creator on there, potentially maybe in the whole world. She has upwards of 120 million. In fact, I'm gonna go check. Okay, 116 million followers, and then Dixie D'Amelio has 52 million followers, and that is just on TikTok. They're also on YouTube, they're on Instagram. If you have any children in the room who are over the age of maybe 8, they are most likely to know who the sisters are. They have exploded over the recent years with their dance routines and their cool fashion styles, very much for the Gen Z population. And yeah, so I kind of get this huge collaboration. It's going to be called Social Tourist. It is a new fashion line within the Abercrombie & Fitch company portfolio group, and it's going to be exclusively sold on Hollister in-store and online. But it's a multi-year signing. They're going to be working for a number of years with Hollister on this, and apparently the collection is going to be very kind of gender fluid pieces, lots of basics and very kind of youthful silhouettes. Maybe not the kind of thing for me and you over the age of 30, but for anyone younger, this is going to be enormous. And also incredible for Hollister in terms of bringing back that very kind of younger generation of customers. I think this is going to be an enormous hit. Out of interest, I'd kind of love to see how many of you are actually on TikTok. If you are on TikTok, down below, leave me a little music note emoji. If you're not on TikTok, leave me a thumbs up emoji. It would be really interesting to see how many of you are and are not on TikTok. I must admit, I kind of got into it over the first lockdown because I was bored. I was obviously in a bit of a strange place mentally, wondering what the hell was going on with the world, and TikTok was kind of blowing up, and I was like, do you know what, why not experiment with a different channel and do something a bit different. I actually did 1 or 2 little dance routines because I thought it'd be quite fun. Nothing really full on, just the really easy ones. I just did a few of the fun like talky ones, we kind of mime along. It's just, I don't know, it's just good fun, and it was just nice to show that side of my personality as well. But since then, I generally just post my fashion reels onto TikTok now because I've not got the time to do both, I must admit. But it'll be interesting to see how many of you actually use TikTok, and if you like it, let me know your thoughts. So that is where I'm gonna leave today's fashion news. Hopefully it's been somewhat interesting. Hopefully you found out a couple of new interesting stories. These stories definitely interested me, so hopefully they interest you too. Do leave me some comments down below in terms of the stories I've spoken about. I'd love to hear your discussions on it. Like I said, if you are brand new, it would be amazing to have you, and please do subscribe. Of course, please keep an eye out for tomorrow, or Friday 28th, for the launch of my Holland Cooper collection, because this is a huge deal for me, guys, and I want to make sure that you all get the pieces that you really want. Please make sure that you're on the wait list so you get the email first, and just be kind of ready at the time that I've mentioned on the screen. At this point right now, I don't know what that time is going to be. It'll be on the screen so that you know when to be ready. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching these videos. I genuinely love making these videos, so just let me know what you think. Sending you all lots of love, and I'll see you soon. Bye!